like Sassy is. I've talked to a guy before that I felt like I called him the B word because I felt like he was sassy and on his period. Because if you're a guy that's continuously
Hold on. I called him sassy and told him he was on his period. See, that's the type of shit that gets you slapped.
What? I
See,
mean,
see, when y'all say, man, see, that'll get you slapped on, right? Because like, how you gonna say a man on his period? Now, I get it, I understand the sentiment, and the nigga, he made you feel so deplorable that you felt like you could tell him to his face, nigga, you sassy and you on your period because you ain't about to do nothing. Is that a true statement? Is that the motion that she feel?
yes.
Oh my God. Have
And
y'all
if
ever
you do, and if you do something to me, if you do slap me, that only proves the fact that you sassy and you on your period. Because if you wasn't, you would be able to control your emotions and not hit me. You might be able to go off or whatever. But as far as putting your, don't put your hands on me.
I got you on that. I got you on that. That's why I said that'll get you slapped. I didn't say I would slap you.
No,
I'm
but
glad you
but
clarified that.
but they really
Yeah,
out here slapping bitches for that.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
if you're going to say those words nowadays, if you're going to say those words, fighting
yeah,
words, just be prepared for a
yeah.
sassy response and be prepared to stand on that. If you not, then don't say it because you don't
That's
know
what.
how he's going to react.
That's the point I was making. That'll get you slapped. That's the point I was. That's the only reason why I stopped that because I was like,
That's why I
sisters.
said I'm really from Oakland though. But no,
Yeah, we
most men are not gonna argue with you and they're not gonna hit you. They'll be like, man,
right,
fuck you, bitch, and walk off.
right,
Like,
exactly, right, exactly.
Nah.
Okay, let's get back to sis. That's why I had to get to the hood part. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the nitty gritty. We did it from the top to the bottom.
arguing with women, whether it's a friend, a family member, your girlfriend, somebody on the internet, and you going back and forth with a girl all day with a girl. This is not a man. This is a girl. And you going back and forth continuously. That is sassy as fuck. That is who we are, and it's not okay for you to do it. And you are doing it as if you were us.
So let me ask you a question.
It's not okay.
No. So being
Then she went back. It's not okay.
It's not okay. Don't ask me. It's
No
not
matter
okay. It's
what you
never
say, it's not
okay.
okay. He was like, hold on. With a sassy, you'd be like, bitch, I mean, yelling at me. Right, I got you. Okay, I
Mhm.
got it. Hold on.
that is not okay. At what
Hold on.
point in
Let's
time can
rewind
that
that
man
part.
defend
That was
himself?
funny,
Not
right?
okay.
Fuck. That is who we are, and it's not okay for you to do it. And you are doing it as if you were us.
So let me ask you a question.
It's not okay.
No. So being that is not okay, at what point in time can that man defend himself?
Okay, so there's a difference. Defend yourself. I'm saying, and did you hear what I said at first? I said a man that's always arguing with the female, whether it be his girlfriend, a family member, somebody on the internet. This guy was always going back and forth with a different girl on the internet, always arguing with his girl, always arguing with his mama, sister, and goes back and forth all day long.
First of all, females are more emotional, and there's a difference between a man being in tune with his emotions and then a man being sassy. Those are two different things. A man can express to you what he won't deal with and what he will deal with, and then there's a
Mhm.
man that will be like, I just can't believe you. Da, 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 da.
And they continuously do that. They continuously whine as if basically a sassy man is when they revert. It's reverse roles.
I can't do it.
Right? It's reverse
cannot
roles.
do it.
He's whining all day. He's bickering all day. He's insecure. He's sad that you're going out dressed like that. He's always whining. He's making a post on Instagram going back and forth. It's giving. That's what females do.
She said it's giving.
Mhm.
Hey, so you gotta understand it. If you didn't understand it any other way, if you needed the hood way, that was it, right? Because usually that's how you hear it. And when they hear it, it kind of comes off abrasive. So I'm like, come on, men ain't doing that. But I see what she's saying as we walked into it because it's a continual act. It's kind of
Right.
like your persona. It's like, okay, you can go back and forth with it, but don't do it all day. Because me, I can go with you all day because I know women like to do it. And I've been raised around a bunch of women that like to do the verbal Olympics, right? but at the same time, I'm conscious of doing it, and at some point, I just be like, I'm not about to do that, and I'm like that about a lot of things. So I know I don't do it to argue with women. The way she talking about it is like, how can you do this, and the emotion behind it, and all that. I ain't never just crashed out because some girls went off on me on the internet and all that other stuff. So it's a continual act, it look like, and it's
Mhm.
like part of their nature. And if a woman
That would
senses that
that
feminine nature, you're sassy.
that dead ass just reminded me of my baby daddy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. He can
Yes.
Mine
literally
was
wake
baby daddy.
up and be arguing with his girl, then go argue with his mama, end up fighting his sister, post on Instagram how he hate his life, go back and argue with his girl some more, go bust somebody window out. Like, bruh, is you cool?
She.
Oh my goodness. So what we gotta do, man? Because I don't know what I can say what the women can do different to stop this.
Y'all
Because
gotta
y'all act
smoke some weed and chill or something.
No, they do that. They
right.
they do that. They be acting like that while smoking the weed. They get even more
Man.
sassy.
No.
Nah, for real though.
Mm-mm.
All that
So
Like,
arguing with females, that's like the worst of it. Like, why? Like
and they
you
always trying to be in the tea and the gossip and like, okay, let me tell y'all. My baby daddy gave his wife, new wife, gave his wife my dad's wife phone number so that she can call and talk to them about me. Like I told him the next time I see him, he got like we gonna have some words because that's sassy as hell. You a bitch for that. Like why are you doing that? Because I said I'm not canceling my plans to come get the kids early. That's sassy. Why are you worried about what I'm doing with your whole new wife over there?
mm, mm, mm.
so it's it
That's
so for
something
me,
I would do. That's something that you would expect for a woman to do. You would expect for me to be calling his people trying to badmouth him or down talk him or whatever. No. And then the
They be
thing
like,
about it,
girl, did you hear what Clarissa
right.
did?
And the thing about it is that my pops isn't my biological father. That's my stepfather, right? So his wife, although she's my stepmom, she's like my stepmom. Like it's so it's like you. That's not even my real father for real. And then you gave her his wife's phone number
yeah, that's messy.
because I
That's
won't
messy.
come early. I'm not canceling my trip to come get the kids earlier for y'all.
So it's not even really so much the emotion part. It's how they react to the emotion.
Yes.
Because you can feel the way you feel, but then look how you play it out. And then when
Hmm.
you play it out in a fashion that a woman will react.
Right.
And then you multiply it by then reinforcing it with your strength as a man. Because that's what makes it extreme. Because then you start doing stuff like women sounding like them. Then you start busting out the window. Then you start just being hella ultra aggressive and trying to bully the woman, threatening her, make her want to go get a restraining order, all kind of shit.
But I mean, ultimately, as a man, there's no point in fighting a woman, right?
There's no point.
There's literally no point. You already know that you're stronger than her. So why are you wasting your time putting your hands on a woman or even threatening to put your hands on a woman who already knows it already has a fear of that because she already knows that you're stronger than her?
No, but there's a lot of
But
women that think they can fight men now. A
mhm.
lot. They in the gym and everything. They be talking about they size them up and everything.
I done fought a
And
many men in my time because you know I was really in the streets, right? But now being grown as hell, it's different when you younger. Like, yeah, like I've been knocked out a million people when I was in high school, dudes and females. Like that's really
Mhm.
what I was known for. But once you get to an age where it's like you these is grown ass men, like I'm not
Right.
fighting no man. And if you're
This is
at you a woman and you want to be looked at as such, why is you even contemplating fighting a man? That's fucking diabolical.
See, I won't initiate a fight, but you're not finna put your hands on me or my like the times that I have, because I even fought my baby daddy. But it was because he grabbed my like he snatched my phone out my hand and he broke it. Like he threw it. We weren't together. We had been separated for over a year. And he got mad because he saw me getting out of my homeboy's car. He was coming to get the kids and he saw me getting out my homeboy's car. So he came up, grabbed my phone, and then I went smooth off on him. Like
I mean,
by the
I'm
time
not
he was
saying
leaving,
if you put your hands on me, I'm not finna fight you back. Me and my
mhm,
baby daddy done shot at each other. I done ran this nigga over, like literally, like fist fight. And like I don't give a fuck. I will really kill you.
mhm.
Him fighting or hitting on my kids, I done beat his ass. Like I will fight you for sure, but I'm not finna just be like, man, nah, I beat that nigga ass.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's the thing with what I said earlier, because women know that they can't like beat them physically, they get lethal with their mouth. You have to understand that like those are still like that's like you punching him. And if you keep doing it over and over, you don't know what'll be his breaking point. So instead of like if especially if they're arguing, if they're sassy and they arguing back and forth with you, you have to be woman enough to be like, this not even worth it. It's not even because I know if we keep going that my mouth is gonna get lethal and it can really go there and I don't want it to go there. But some women they get so emotional and so enraged that they get to saying the most deadliest things and then now you on the floor or now y'all tussling. So it's like you can't just put it on him and say men aren't supposed to hit women and all of that. Women ain't supposed to be like hitting men even with their words.
Right? No, for sure, for sure. Cause like who I am today and who I used to be, yeah, nah. Y'all would have been like,
But the problem with that also is that a lot of men find that toxic stuff sexy. And then they don't like women don't really know like when they be going too far to the left and they go it goes from being sexy toxic and
the
sexy
hell
to
nah.
like yeah nah you disrespectful because
Wait,
why would you talk about me being raped when I was like 8, like why would you say that? So it's
No,
like
but
nah.
I definitely feel like if you're dealing with a man like that, like you gotta hold yourself. Like,
mhm.
but this is not worth it. Like, I'm not even fit to go there with you. Go calm down somewhere. Like, I'll talk to you later. Cause if you can't do that yourself, like, don't deal with no man like that. Cause these men is I don't even know.
If you can't do
Yeah.
that, period, you don't need to be dealing with anybody because you lack self control. If every time you get mad, you say the worst diabolical things, no, you need to work on you. You got anger problems. Like you need to work on self
Well,
control.
yeah, but to be yeah, that's true. But to be fair though, if you a woman, right? You used to going back and forth with a woman, and y'all know where the limits are with women, right? So y'all know when to cut it off. But if you got a man being sassy, acting like a bigger woman, and then he say some old slick shit, and you be like, "Oh, I hurt your feelings for real," and then you say some old slicker shit, and then he say some diabolical shit. You're not just gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna be the bigger woman," like the man supposed to be. I'm gonna be the bigger person, and I'm gonna let you have that. That shit funny, ha ha. Ha. He. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go smoke a blunt, like you said, right? But now the woman gotta do that. Not to say women shouldn't do it at all, but they shouldn't be the one that have to do it all the time because they in fear for their life or they fear that they about to get into a fight with you. Like
Yeah.
that's a little too much. But you should be able to regulate yourself enough to say, you know what, this is the type of dude that I'm with. So now I have
Yeah.
to be that person. And then men get mad because now we like, well, why you think you gotta control the relationship? Well, because you don't know how to control yourself. That's the crazy part. Now, the messed up part about all that is starting to transition over into relationships. And that's what's making it bad. And it's also making it bad in the bedroom. Let's see what these guys had to say about that, which is the main thing, what got me really, really curious about this conversation. Uh, Here we go.